All right, good Monday evening. I want to thank you for jumping on and taking a look at what I have to share. I'm really excited to make this part 2 of the millennial training. And actually, it'll probably be a couple weeks that we'll just kind of briefly touch on some of these things because I think they are important, especially if you are a millennial or you are looking to reach out to millennials. Now, you might, if you weren't on the call last week or you didn't have a chance to watch the video, a millennial is anyone who was born from 1980 to 2000. And they're an amazing group of people. They're like 80 million strong. We should definitely be looking to connect them into our networks because they are tech savvy. And they will build their business online, and they're just a huge asset to any team. And the big thing that the reason I really am passionate about learning how they work and how they think is because our children are all millennials. We have 5 children, and all of them are the millennials, and so. I think I said that they were born between 1980 and 2000. So like our kids, except for our youngest, was born in that time frame. But I'm going to say our youngest is a millennial as well because he's just as tech savvy as the rest. But the really cool thing is there's a lot that we can learn from them, and there's a lot that I've had to learn, and it's been a challenge for me to do a mind shift. And I know I've shared that before, and if you've had a one-on-one conversation with me, I've told you that. But I want to learn how they're thinking. I want to know how I can reach them because it's a huge market, and most of them are looking for opportunity. Most of them are wanting multiple streams of income. So again, I'm going to be sharing tips from the Networking Times. Let's see if I can get back here. It's a bi-monthly publication. You can get it online. So if you're a millennial watching this is something you can get online, or you can get it, the magazine. And my subscription includes the actual magazine and then also the online version. I highly recommend this magazine. If you are building belief in the industry, maybe you're brand spanking new and you have never done network marketing, you don't know anything about it, you need to invest in this bi-monthly publication because one, it's going to help build your belief in the industry, and it's going to cement for you why this industry is amazing and why more and more companies are taking to network marketing. It just makes sense. I'm telling you, I have this little soap shop in London. If I could make it work with network marketing, I probably would because it just makes sense. From a business standpoint. However, if you're new, it's great for building belief. If you've been in the industry for a while and you believe in the industry, this is just going to cement for you, like it did for me, like this is why you want to do this. This is why you want to build a business in network marketing. This is not industry specific, so it goes over, as a matter of fact, I don't think they ever mention any company names, but they give the stories. And I love the stories because a lot of times they'll have the stories of, some young kid who just out of college, completely broke, and he scraped together enough money, and it's not like Plexus. We're talking a lot of times scrape together $1,000 or $2,000 to get his business going or her business going. But they built an amazing business using this industry and using this business model. I mean, I love stories like that. I love it because if you've ever owned a business, you're gonna totally understand that whole concept of having to, you go through the ups and downs, and you got to stay committed, and you get it. But lots of training stuff in here. So anyways. Don't want to keep anybody super long tonight, but I do want to share these points. And I was looking back on my notes, what I shared last time, and I don't think I hit this section. So if I'm repeating, I'm sorry, because my notes, it doesn't look like I covered this, but hopefully I'm not repeating myself. But anyways, one reason the millennials, or sometimes they're called the Generation Y, why this business is so great for them is because most of the young people we know, they don't have money, they're broke, or maybe they come out of school and they've got a lot of debt. But this business, it has a low startup cost. It fits around their lifestyle that they already have going. And most of them enjoy working multiple jobs, which is great because that means, you know, the busy people are the ones that get things done. And so that's something to keep in mind. They love having various streams of income, and they don't subscribe to the 9-to-5 routine, and they love socializing and connecting with people. Now, I do want to point out, and I don't know if I mentioned it on our last Zoom training, but the people that have written these articles are all written by millennials. So they have chosen millennials to answer the millennial questions. So the millennials are giving us advice. So this is why it's important that we want to listen to what they're giving us. Here's a quote from this article. This generation is the perfect fit for network marketing, but the problem is getting them to realize that. Many of them feel that what we do revolves around hard selling people on the opportunity and pressuring family and friends to buy products. The key for us is to help millennials see how far our profession has come in the past 20 years. And I'm going to say 20 to 30 years. And that is not only, let me start over. And that it is not only one of the most efficient distribution systems, it also allows them to build a global business on their smartphone or tablet. That is important for us to remember. You know, we want to point out to them that, hey, you can be traveling and having fun and yet building your business while you're going. If you don't know Anna Webster, she's now Anna Rose. She just got married. She's 24, 4 maybe, and just got married, and they have been 6 weeks on a honeymoon, and actually it went longer than that. And guess what? They are getting paid even while they're honeymooning. They just came back to Tennessee to see family, and they're heading back, and I guess they're going to move to Oregon. That is the beauty of network marketing, and to reach millennials and have them see that. And if you're not a millennial, if you're like me, you're a Generation X or you're a baby boomer and you're watching this and you're thinking, well, that's great for them. This business, this industry, the way things are set up today, it is so easy to work this business, but you have to be consistent. You have to do your daily small actions to get to your bigger goal. That's for another Zoom. Okay, how do we help millennials see what we have in a positive light? Once they do, how do we get them motivated and excited about joining us? The answer to these questions starts with being positive and professional at all times. We need to be professional and treat our business with respect. That is so true. You know, a lot of times you hear your Facebook is your blog. And, you know, a lot of times we say, keep your negative, keep all your stuff. We don't want your drama on Facebook. And nobody really does. I mean, you know, it's, you know, right at first it might be kind of funny or humorous or whatever. But after a while, you're like, oh, my word, you know, hurry up, get past that post or get past that person's post. But you really do want to be positive. You want to, you know, give off that you are a positive person, even when you have issues come up, that you're a problem solver, that you like to solve problems and issues. So, you know, these are things that you want to be careful how you're portraying that on your Facebook page or any social media, because they read into that. They, you know, they might be interested in the opportunity, but they might decide, oh, they are just so negative. I'm really not interested. I just so negative. Also, you want to, and like in any business, you want to be professional. This is your business. You know, if you treat it as a hobby and you kind of hee-haw around about it, they're going to see that. They're going to see you're not serious. And, you know, they're not going to have respect for you or the business. Millennials need to realize that rather than compete with thousands of people for a job, all they need to do is create the career they want and generate the income they desire. And that is where, you know, to educate them and make them aware of what the potential is for this business and where it could take them with some hard work and commitment, that they could have financial freedom that they would never have to struggle through like most of us adults did, as you get older. Okay, network marketing is the answer for this generation because it allows them to create the life they want, utilizing the natural skills many of them possess without the problems that plague traditional business models. And I think that is so cool to see in network marketing and in Plexus. There's a lot of young people and even older people. Like if you know Chris McCall and his wife Susie, they're hilarious. They have branded themselves as a fun couple in Plexus, and they have a lot of people that follow them that aren't even in Plexus. They're not, they're not anywhere, and they're not near the company. But because they've branded themselves, they're naturally just funny people. They could never goof off like that in a traditional job. They could never get away with that. They'd be fired. So it's great to see some talents come through that they already have in their skills, natural skills, leading. Some people are natural leaders and they do a really good job, and they have leadership ability under their belt, but they're kept in a job that they can never show that. They can never, show all those skills that they have or that they built up for themselves. So that's a really great thing with network marketing. Although there are other unconventional ways to create income in the new economy, such as Uber and Airbnb, the reality is these businesses models require a significant upfront investment, and you need to have a reliable car or property. Okay, so this author is pointing out that there are other things that people can do other than network marketing. We all know that, and you can be successful at it. And that's possible. But I know personally, having started our soap shop, it took a lot more than the $34.95, which you could bare minimum start our business. And it took a lot more even with the, if you do the yearly fee, $34.95 plus the welcome kit. So let's say $260. So much more went into our soap shop than that. So much more. And yet you can spend $34.95, share with people, share the opportunity with people. And, if they decide to join you, you're already on your way to building financial freedom. I mean, where else can you do that? And Plexus pays good. So, so that's something that, we want to show them and point out to them and, ask questions to really get them thinking about that. And, draw their mind to that. This business, of course, allows you to leverage your time, which is huge. And millennials know how to use social media to their advantage. That's the great thing about having millennials. They are, they're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they are on Snapchat. And, if you're ever curious, like, how do these young people get so many people to follow them? And, they're so connected. And just find somebody that you see that has a lot of, I do this. So I know what I'm talking about. I'll see somebody young and I'm like, I wonder how they draw people and what are they posting and what is their content? And I'll just go look and I'll scroll through their feed just to see what they're doing and like their Snapchat stories and things like that. And, we can learn a lot just by observing them and what they're doing and applying that to our businesses and how we use our Facebook. Now this author here, Joshua Pert, says, I personally believe in connecting with millennials via technology initially, but our business is all about meeting people heart to heart. So technology is great to connect with them on their platform, like Facebook, and to connect with them on Twitter. Instagram, it's a great way to connect. You can even message back and forth, you can talk, but eventually it's good to do a Zoom like this and just talk to them face to face, or if they're local, meet up with them, have a cup of coffee, and not necessarily talk Plexus, but get to know them, ask them questions. find out who they are and what motivates them and excites them about life. And, just to get to know them and see, if you have a solution for their situation, whether it be health or finances. Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess that's all the tips I have out of here. I do want to leave off with telling you all that the one thing that I have been doing is reaching out to people I don't know in Instagram and Facebook, and because to build my network, because this business is about relationship building. It's about helping people, whether they join you or not, just connecting with people. And I've shared this with several of you, for years after we moved up here, I really, really shut the world out. I just really we went through some hard times, and I had just decided it was safer to just not let anybody in. It's just less painful if I just don't let anybody in. So for a long time, I had cut people out of my world, out of my circles. And so when I got into Plexus and I had to start reaching out, it was like making friends all over again. And even though I had connections in Sarasota and I had connections up north, so many people had not been in touch with me and I hadn't been in touch with them. And it was my fault. It was a choice that I had made, but I had to reconnect with people. And it was a challenge. It was a challenge right at first, but now I've so enjoyed it. And I have some sayings and little things that I use to connect with people in different groups. And so if you are interested in being a part of a group that we can grow our Facebook friends network bigger, message me and I'll put you in, because we have several millennials on our team that they don't have a huge network, not even on Facebook. So there are ways that we can connect with people that are just natural ways of building our network of friends without seeming salesy, without being salesy, but really having a genuine heart to connect with other folks. So if you're interested in that, I will share what I've been learning and what I've been doing, and it's been a lot of fun. Sometimes it's scary because, somebody doesn't know you and you're like, hey, you and I are in the same group, and I sent you a friend request because I really enjoy how you comment, your comments. I enjoy your pictures, and, you always have positive things. And I don't mention Plexus. I just simply want to connect with them. And over a course of time, as I build, trust through social media, which is absolutely possible, then I'll ask them, hey, or I may say, hey, this may or may not be for you, but, would you be interested in, or no, I say, would you be open? Would you be open to hearing more about our opportunity, or, totally leave it open. That way they right away know that there's no obligation and I'm still going to be their friend whether they want to hear about it or not. Doesn't matter to me. So it's not as scary as it seems. And, for us non-millennial people, it's more of a challenge of our thinking, changing our mindset. But there are 80 million millennials out there who are looking for opportunity, and they're looking for businesses. We have to be effective and connect with them on their platforms, which is their social media platform. So I hope you guys got some tips out of there, and hopefully you'll be able to apply some of that and connecting with the millennials and understanding that they need to understand what we're about. You have to change their mindset, especially if they have parents like us who have been in network marketing 20 or 30 years ago, and you had to stockpile all this stuff, and you don't have to do that anymore. So you really have to educate them and get them excited about what we have to offer. So all right, well, I hope you guys have a great week, and message me if you want to be put in a special group that will work on connecting through social media, and how we can build our audiences and friends through social media. So if you're interested in doing that, message me and we'll get started on that. And I'll just share with you what I've been doing, and we'll hold each other accountable and build our list from there. So, all right, you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all next week.